With the U.S. suffering its deadliest day yet in the pandemic for the second day in a row, 2,879 lives lost to COVID on Thursday. This is according to Johns Hopkins University. Well, the nation's top doctor is now warning the U.S. still hasn't seen the full surge in post-Thanksgiving cases. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze is in New York with the latest.
With COVID cases, hospitalizations, and deaths all reaching new records, dire warnings today. The worst is yet to come. Dr. Anthony Fauci telling NBC News the U.S. still hasn't seen a post-Thanksgiving peak in cases.
The numbers in and of themselves are alarming, and then you realize that it is likely we'll see more of a surge as we get 2 to 3 weeks past the Thanksgiving holiday.
The CDC now estimates up to 329,000 Americans could be dead from COVID-19 by the day after Christmas, marking an increase of more than 50,000 deaths from the current toll. Of the lives already lost, Leslie and Patricia McWaters, a couple married for 47 years who died within moments of each other in the hospital. Frontline workers exhausted and frustrated as hospitals are overwhelmed.
There is a lot of nursing burnout that is happening.
And physician.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone is burnt out.
In Massachusetts, a field hospital set to open amid an influx of COVID patients. In California, the state divided into 5 regions where if ICU capacity falls below 15%, it would trigger a stay-at-home order in that section of the state. That would close bars, wineries, nail and hair salons, and barber shops, while schools would stay open.
If we don't act now, we'll continue to see a death rate climb, more lives lost.
And as health officials plead with Americans to take precautions like wearing masks, washing hands, and social distancing to prevent more losses, 9 states are still resisting mask mandates. Among them, Florida, where confirmed cases have now topped 1 million. The good news here is progress on a vaccine. Pfizer says it's on target to deliver 20 million doses in the U.S. by the end of the year, as soon as the vaccine is approved by the FDA. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New York.
And today we expect to get the very latest coronavirus case numbers from health officials in both Kansas and Missouri. Missouri reported more than 4,000 new coronavirus cases today. That brings the state's total to more than 313,000 cases since the start of the pandemic. More than 4,100 people have died. And the Kansas Health Department reports more than 6,200 new cases today, with 107 new deaths and 127 new hospitalizations. Well, Kansas Governor Laura Kelly is out with a new campaign designed to fight the pandemic. It's called Stop the Spread, It's Up to Us, Kansas. It includes the launch of a new testing website. Governor Kelly is encouraging everyone to get a free coronavirus test to stop the spread and keep schools and businesses open. And late last night, the Lawrence School Board overwhelmingly voted to fall in line with state guidance when it comes to handling education in the pandemic. Well, the move means the superintendent will review data and determine the district's learning model based on the State Department of Education's gating criteria. They'll look at factors like student absenteeism, 2-week case and positivity rates, county trends, and local hospital capacity. And Douglas County's health department is out with plans to distribute a coronavirus vaccine once one is approved. Healthcare workers top the list under the state's plan. Health officials in Douglas County believe that some 6,000 to 8,000 eligible healthcare workers could get the vaccine in 2 doses within 6 weeks' time.
It'll be a drive-through clinic, so they won't have to leave their cars. They'll arrive, and we're expecting to be able to process about, 2,000 people every week.
Governor Kelly says that once a vaccine's approved, the state expects to get 150,000 doses by the end of the month. The first shipment will be from Pfizer. Along with healthcare workers, people in long-term care centers will also get the vaccine first. We have learned that everyone who gets the vaccine will get this card from the government. It'll be used to keep track of who has had a vaccine and when they're up for their next dose. Clinics will also report vaccine registries to the state, and every administered dose will be reported to the CDC. Well, Hy-Vee is hiring 1,000 pharmacy technicians to help expanding its COVID-19 testing and prepare for vaccine distribution. The company says the positions will be for both full and part-time and be in its 8-state region. Hy-Vee says it's seeing a high demand for its testing sites, so getting more help will bring their total locations to more than 180. There's no word yet on how many technicians will be in the KC Metro. And a Kansas City restaurant is temporarily closing its dining room because of the pandemic. Voltaire on Genesee Street near Hy-Vee Arena will close down the dining room December 20th. It posted on Facebook saying the decision wasn't easy and owners plan to tentatively reopen the dining room in mid-March. Voltaire will still offer carryout and delivery options for the holiday season. And 5 Mid-Continent Library branches are back open today for curbside or drive-through service. Locations are listed there on your screen right now. They were closed recently after staff members tested positive for COVID-19. Those who were potentially exposed were tested before coming back to work, and each branch was professionally deep cleaned while closed. And we have new numbers, meanwhile, from the U.S. Labor Department at this hour on new jobs. Last month, the economy added 245,000 jobs on a seasonally adjusted basis. That's about half as much as economists had expected. Well, this marks the 5th straight month hiring has declined, and it's the slowest month of growth since the spring. The U.S. economy is still down 9.8 million jobs since February, before the pandemic started. And in the United Kingdom, local media is reporting the first doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech coronavirus vaccine have arrived. Pfizer and 10 Downing Street have declined to comment to CNN, citing potential security concerns, but the UK Health Department says up to 800,000 doses of the vaccine are being made available as early as next week. And of course, you can count on KMBC 9 News for your ongoing coverage of the coronavirus impact. You can visit KMBC.com, or you can download our free mobile app to get the very latest updates on cases, testing, and the road to a vaccine.